happy Sunday morning, December 13, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Sunday morning, so let's begin. First up, we begin with COVID-19 updates. New Hampshire surpasses 30,000 COVID-19 cases, reaches 600 deaths, 791 new cases, 10 new deaths reported Saturday. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
The total number of virus cases since the start of the pandemic in this state has now surpassed 30,000. The state announcing 791 new cases today from multiple days, and there are currently 247 people hospitalized with coronavirus. 10 additional deaths were announced, bringing the death toll now to 600 people.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Now let's take a look at New Hampshire COVID information, new updates and data. Let's take a look at that right now. And here is a look at that information for all of you right now. There are 30,244 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. 16,020,646 number of people in the United States have tested positive. 600 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 857 number of people have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 297,575 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. Now let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where current cases of COVID-19 are. In Manchester, 872. Let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where total cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester, 5138. Let's take a look at these three chats here. Let's start with the first chat here. New cases each day in New Hampshire in the purple. Daily new positive COVID-19 cases. Orange, new hospitalization. And red, deaths. Let's take a look at this chat here. Current cases in the purple, total current COVID-19 cases, orange, current hospitalization. Let's take a look at this chart here. Total cases in the purple, total positive COVID-19 cases, orange, total hospitalization, red, deaths, and blue, recovered. Let's take a look at this chart here. Positive PCR test rate, positive PCR and antigen test rate, and daily PCR test. Let's take a look at this chart here. Age group of cases, female and male of cases. Let's take a look at this chart here. Infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here. Deaths, percent of New Hampshire population, race/ethnicity of cases, and hospitalizations. And a reminder, your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chills, difficult breathing, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information. House Speaker Pro Tempore Kim Rice tests positive for COVID-19. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
This year, I got the most unique gift for the holidays. My wife gave me a Fleet Air Club membership.
Another top Republican in the New Hampshire House of Representatives has tested positive for COVID-19. Speaker Pro Tem Kim Rice of Hudson, a close ally of the late Speaker Dick Hinch, announced her diagnosis on Facebook. In her post, Rice said, quote, "I want to thank everyone for the well wishes. I'm feeling horrible, but prayers are appreciated."
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. 23-year-old man dies in Jaffrey stabbing. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Well, winter's here. So what? Mahindra, the official tractor of tough, doesn't slow down for a little cold.
The Attorney General's office is investigating after a 23-year-old man from Acton, Massachusetts, was killed early this morning in Jaffrey. Police could be seen investigating at an apartment building on Peterborough Street this afternoon. Authorities responded to a 911 call around 5 this morning. They say Jake Seberg died of a single stab wound to the chest. There are still a lot of questions surrounding the circumstances, but authorities say they have identified everyone involved.
The early stages in the investigation. There are witnesses who need to be re-interviewed as well as interviewed for the first time so we can get some background information as to the incident that we're investigating.
The AG's office said no one is in custody right now and there's no evidence to suggest there's a threat to the public.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. COVID-19 testing held for New Hampshire lawmakers, staff, and families following the death of House Speaker Dick Hinch. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, everyone. Have some allergies. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Tractor of tough.
Drive-through testing for New Hampshire lawmakers, their staff, and family following the COVID-19 death of House Speaker Dick Hinch. Democratic leaders in the House and Senate called for fast access to testing.
I thought it was appropriate, and the department did too, so they worked pretty hard to get this up and running for today.
We're glad that the powers that be have responded. I know today some of my staff is out being tested.
The speaker died Wednesday, a week after being sworn in at Organization Day, an outdoor event where a select few refused to wear masks.
People have a misguided belief that they have a right to infect. We do not have a right to infect. We have a responsibility to protect the health and safety not just of ourselves but of everybody.
Dick and I were very close, and I certainly believe that there's a message that's been sent in his passing, and you know, people will do what they're going to do with that.
Senate President Chuck Morse says plans are underway to keep upcoming events safe. House Minority Leader Rennie Cushing says he believes moving forward, people will be much more conscious of the virus.
We certainly have 2 constitutional days coming up in January that we're in discussions with several different groups to figure out how we're going to handle it from the House and from the Senate's point of view, because there's joint meetings that have to happen.
We're in a situation now where every member of the legislature knows someone who has died from COVID-19. That's the Speaker of the House. And hopefully it's as Governor Sununu said, it's a wake-up call.
Siobhan Lopez, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Gun ban in city schools afloated. Teachers get bonus days. Jim O'Connell has his sights set on getting a ban on guns in city schools passed in 2021. He was Duke of Pennacook Sports for 50 years. Bill Duquette died earlier this month from COVID-19 at the New Hampshire Veterans Home in Tilton at the age of 83. Duke, a Merrimack Valley sports superfan for decades, was diagnosed 2 days after Thanksgiving. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you for watching.